Before listening to this episode about Flight of the Intruder, please consider that the movie we discussed today contains themes of racism and war crimes. If you need to skip this episode for your own safety, we totally understand and hope you come back again next week.
Be safe with your feelings. Take care of yourself first.
For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon. There was a firefight!
Fuck you think you're doing?
You were asked a direct question. Do you use cocaine?
Am I a bad person?
You never killed a baby.
You want to know who my God is?
Some huge friggin' guy.
She somehow fornicated.
Put your mouth on this.
Fish aren't meant to be in a box, kid.
Can't you see what's inside of me?
Proceeding towards introduction. Approaching introduction. Locking on to introduction.
That's what this movie feels like.
Keep this all in.
Dropping introduction payload. Welcome, everybody, to Willem to Filmography, the podcast where we can never, ever, ever escape Vietnam. I'm one of your hosts, Cyan Stone.
I'm the other one of your hosts, Jeff Whaley.
And I'm the third one of your hosts, Jude.
And today we watched Flight of the Intruder. And it was bad. We hated this movie.
When I read the name of this movie, I thought it was a bad name.
Yep.
I should have just gone with that.
It just reminded me of that dog shit movie, Flight of the Phoenix. That was also bad, but in a different way.
This movie just
not
goes
Flight
to
of
show...
the Navigator?
I've never seen Flight of the Navigator.
This movie just goes to show that sometimes you can judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. By its fucking Viggo Mortensen and G.I. Jane mustache cover.
I think we have the contender for worst Willem Dafoe movie ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a good contender for that.
Although I would contend not his worst role ever. I
thought he was flat as shit in this, personally.
Yeah.
He wasn't flat. I think compared to everyone else,
He was playing it up compared to everybody else. Let's get into
No.
the movie.
I guess I shouldn't say flat, but he
What Willem Dafoe? What Willem Dafoe?
Wait, we should check in with our host.
We're not doing check-ins?
I always forget to check in. I guess I just don't care about your feelings. Let's check in with our hosts.
Me first.
Jude. Do it, Jude.
I got a job again, which is nice. That's good news.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, no, that sounds insensitive compared to real things that have happened this week. This is the worst part of my week. This movie was the worst part of my week. And that includes all of the bombings we probably did in Iran. Anyways.
Oh, God. What a topical what a topical thing to say for our movie.
Yeah.
Jeff, don't worry, I have
doing?
a lot of topical references in my summary. I am doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. I set myself up. That's not fair. I'm doing fine.
No.
Kind of a check-in, but also an information thing. I will not be the edit boy this week because I will be busy next weekend. So Jude will be taking over for that this time, and I am going to. I'm gonna help my brother move out to where we are from where he is, and that is the most information I will give you.
And I'm here. I recently switched from energy drinks to coffee, and it's made me realize what a fucking scam energy drinks are.
Coffee is giving me jitters.
I can't stand the flavor of coffee.
You get used to it.
Yeah, but it's giving me like the nostalgic Zoomies, like when I had amphetamines as a kid. The ADHD ones, not the meth.
Pro tip: add a couple little sprinkles of just some sprinkles of salt into your coffee.
Cocaine? Oh, okay.
Of salt into your coffee to cut the bitterness on top of the sugar and cream and whatever. Not enough that you could taste it, but it does cut the bitterness.
I read that too, and I've tried it, and it doesn't work for me.
No. I mean, it's a very subtle effect. It just kind of nullifies the bitterness a little bit.
The amount of sugar I need to do to put in the coffee to get rid of the flavor of it is not good for my overall health. I am trying to cut down on sugar, and coffee would not help with that.
Mug, and I think I do like a spoon and a half of sugar and some cream and a little bit of salt.
I need like half a cup of sugar for a whole cup of coffee. I need a ton of fucking sugar.
I suspect I may be immune to diabetes. Because
you say that.
Well,
wait until you hit almost 40.
Side note. So, before my most recent metabolic blood work, I literally bought 8 quarts of ice cream and ate 1.5 of them every day.
Yeah.
And then got my metabolic blood work, and my blood glucose was fine.
Because you're young enough that your metabolism can handle it.
I'm 30, Jeff. I'm 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
As someone who was 30 almost a decade ago, I know exactly what you're saying, and you're wrong.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly, when I turned 30 recently, people said, "Oh, 30s are the best time."
But
30s are good.
Further evidence for my genetic immunity to diabetes. My father, growing up, basically all he ate was Frosted Flakes and Kool-Aid.
Hell yeah. Wait, am I your father? Wait, what type of Kool-Aid?
Red.
Great. Okay, I am your father, I guess.
I'm pretty sure the standard flavor red is cherry.
No, Fruit Punch for me.
For Kool-Aid, I mean.
Yeah, Fruit Punch is the standard flavor. It was my standard flavor of red.
Oh. That's not red then.
That's the red Punch I go to. But it's red.
Well, yeah, but when people think of red Kool-Aid, they usually think of the cherry.
I think of Fruit Punch because it's the best flavor.
Fruit Punch is overrated.
We're fucking done here.
I think anyone who makes solely cherry flavored anything should be put in an oubliette. Anyway,
you and your goddamn oubliettes.
I like cherry Kool-Aid.
Willem Dafoe.
You can't say that and not expect us to have an opinion and just go into the...
Cherry as a flavor by itself is solely for psychopaths and pedophiles.
I'm drinking a wild cherry Pepsi. It's my favorite soda.
The best flavored Pepsi, yes!
What Willem Dafoe?
That's what I mean!
In this movie, Willem Dafoe plays a lunatic who has access to bombs.
Yeah. Legitimate sociopath. I mean, I know that's not an official term, but like the colloquial way we use that.
The movie doesn't seem to want us to know how to feel about any of the characters in this movie, but especially Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Take it away, summary boy. I can't. I'm.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about 1991's Flight of the Intruder. Big surprise. This is based off of a book written by a former Navy fighter pilot in Vietnam.
Ugh.
Could you tell?
His name is Stephen Kuntz, which is very close to Kuntz.
But not Dean Kuntz. So we somehow have a worst Kuntz. Also, the lead character in this has multiple books in this series. following this character.
That makes sense because he was such an electrifying character,
right?
That made me unable to tear my eyes from the screen.
Just made me so patriotic and want to chant USA, USA to nothing.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Flight of the Intruder. We open with a wall of text on the screen, and I'm going to read it with how I think they want you to read it. The A-6 was the U.S. Navy's medium attack bomber during the Vietnam conflict. Instant red flag, calling it a conflict and not a war. Anyway, it flew at treetop level in any weather, at night and alone. The aircraft had no defensive weapons. It was called The Intruder. And I'm done with this movie.
Yeah, no, me too. I was kind of
instantly,
like, oh.
Yeah.
Instantly, my blood pressure is risen.
I said this in my rant in the Discord. The only moment of joy that I felt was when the fighter pilot got shot in the beginning.
Yep. You know what? Let's get into that.
Pilot. Sorry. As this movie wants us to know, there's a difference between fighter pilots and bomber pilots.
Yeah.
The bomber pilot, when he got shot, I'm sorry.
Technically, it was the navigator bombardier.
I mixed up my war criminals. Anyway.
Yeah. They're in the Navy, not the Air Force.
Oh my... Yeah.
So, on a bombing mission over the Gulf of Tonkin during the Vietnam War... Lieutenant Jake Cool Hand Grafton, played by fucking wet log of a man Brad Johnson, and his bombardier Morg fly over while getting shot at, joking how they're being shot at by every peasant with a rifle. On their way back, they get shot at...
Hold on. I would say calling him a wet log is an insult to wet logs, because wet logs often have a lot going on. A lot of things living in them, a lot of life to them. This man was a blank slate in a bad way, in a way you're not supposed to be in a movie.
He has the personality of a Twinkie.
Yeah.
Twinkies are sweeter. He has the personality of wet clay.
You can do something with wet clay.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
you can
true.
do something with wet clay. I would say he has the personality of clay being strained through a sock in the forest.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, yeah, they're joking how they're being shot at by every peasant with a rifle. On their way back, they get shot at by a peasant with a rifle, and Morg gets killed. Yay!
Mm-hmm. Yay!
Yay! The only good part of the movie.
I mean, someone else dies.
Yeah. There is a death scene later on that I think would actually be good in a different movie. Like, there was something actually interesting to that death scene that I thought was they actually had some fun with the setup of that death scene, but yeah.
So Jake is mopey and sad. I'm not giving this movie any credit. I'm just going to blare through a lot of the bullshit. While fellow officers Boxman, played by Tom Sizemore, Doc, played by the police chief from Law & Order SVU, I don't care about his name, Sammy, played by Justin Williams.
A man who apparently has
looked like that forever.
Yeah, has looked 75 since he was 22. Like, he's supposed to be like this baby-faced pilot. He looks like an old baby man. He looks like an old baby man.
To be fair, as a bald bearded man who has more or less looked like this for like 13 years, it is very helpful to hide your actual age.
Mm-hmm. But that actor's never had a beard, though. Like no, he doesn't.
No, he's just been pure bald baby face, but looked like he was an old baby. He's Benjamin Button. He's not Benjamin Buttoning, but there's something. Whatever he has is related to the Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah. What'd you post here? Oh my god!
Oh my god! Good job,
Does
Jude.
anyone want to summarize what we're looking at in this audio podcast?
What? No, force them to go to YouTube.
Dan Florek wearing a Shakespearean outfit with the big collar.
Floofy collar.
And he has long hair, but it's also a receding hairline even now. And he has those lines on his face that make him look a little bit older, and he just has one of those ageless faces like we've been talking about. Like his eyes have always been a little bulgy, and his he's always had those smile lines and a baby face.
Did you guys know kids with like prominent receding hairlines in high school?
Yes.
Yeah, that was always.
I'm sure, but I can't remember any right now.
But this wasn't in high school, but shortly after high school when I dated, he had a huge receding hairline, even though we were just like in our mid-20s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year of high school, I remember I was in biology with like a kid a year older than me, and like somehow we got to start talking about like biology and like receding hairline traits, and he just like showed his huge fucking widow peak, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm 17. I have been dealing with this for a while. It sucks."
Bring it back, summary boy.
Fellow officers Boxman, Doc, Sammy, played by Justin Williams, and Master Chief Petty Officer Frank McRae, played by Ving Rhames, who I think I'm just going to call Ving Rhames for the rest of the movie, for the rest of the one other scene he's in. Try to cheer Jake up, and then at the next squad meeting, led by the skipper of the ship, Commander Frank Duke Camporelli, played by Danny Glover. Duke is spelled Dooke, and my instinct is to say Dookie.
Dookie.
Yeah. I'm just going to call him Skipper.
That's not how you spell that name.
I know.
I don't think anyone spells it that way.
They didn't say it in the movie at all, too. I'm just going by what Wikipedia labeled this character.
Huh.
So I'm just going to call him Skipper because that's what he's known as in the movie.
There's so many actors in
Good
this movie that are better than this movie, but they are acting like they should be in this movie as far as their acting quality. It's so bizarre.
To be fair, they have nothing to work with.
Yeah, this script is dog shit.
Shit.
And I think partially it's because this is a PG-13 Vietnam War movie. Like, there's an argument to be made that war movies in general aren't the like best thing morally to make, but especially a PG-13 one. Like,
we haven't done this segment in a while. If you want Jeff's definitions on this, in my opinion, the difference between a war movie and a military movie is that war movies are actually anti-war, because the only way to properly show the horror of war, the only way to actually make a proper war movie is to show the horrors of it, and the only way to do that is to be anti-war. And so anything that's not that is just a military movie.
For once, I agree with the definition.
Definition! Fuck yeah.
That's what I've always called it, Jeff. That's what I've always called it.
Never listened to you before today.
It's the cis creeping through.
At the next squad meeting, led by the skipper, they talk about a phantom shitter, which, yes, is relevant to the plot.
That plot point completely slipped by me because
it's stupid?
Well, and also, my subtitles kept fucking up, and everyone delivers their lines in such a fucking incomprehensible way in this movie. Like my subtitles kept, like, freezing in place as the movie went on, and I would have to, like, turn them off and then turn them back on again in order to get them back to where they were supposed to be. And it really made me realize how shittily everyone was delivering their lines in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that I noticed pretty early on was the terrible sound design, because like some of the voices are so quiet and like the action scenes are so loud. Like I would have to turn up the voices because I could, like, especially Skipper, I could barely hear his character because Danny Glover is like always mumbling. And in this movie, and it's one of his mumbling movies. And
this and Saw.
Yeah, and so I could barely hear what he was saying during those scenes, and then like a fucking plane scene would come in and my ears would get blasted, and I thought maybe it was just the version I was watching it on, but I tried several different versions and it was all the same.
And it's wild because most of the scenes in this movie are overdubbed, so they would have been able to fix that.
Yeah. It was not good.
I also watched this movie on multiple different streaming platforms, and the streamer kept cutting out on me and not working. Like something was trying to get me to not watch this movie, and I didn't fucking listen.
The first site that I used to watch it, which has a lot of movies, and like when I looked it up, it was just like 404 not found, and I was like, "Is that okay?" Like I had to dig a little bit for this movie.
This movie is on Paramount Plus, so if it's on a legit streamer, and the streamer kept cutting out on me.
Oh my god!
Willem's trying to stop us from bringing to light all of his shit movies from from the pre-2000s.
Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, Phantom Shitter. Blech. Then new bombardier, Lieutenant Commander Virgil Tiger Cole, played by Willem Dafoe. He is not our boy in this movie. Gets to the ship and is welcomed to the ship by the skipper. Later, Jake asks the squadron intelligence officer Guffy.
Hold on.
No, go for it.
The welcoming scene, in the middle of me watching this movie, I looked at the Wikipedia critical response page for the movie because I was just like, is this one of those movies that I'm going to find out was like lauded at its time when it's actually like dog shit? And no, it wasn't. And apparently, it's something that was pointed out that I noticed throughout the rest of the movie was that Roger Ebert, who's normally not the best at reviewing movies, but what he pointed out here, what was pointed out here was like spot on. The movie tells you things and then immediately contradicts them in later scenes. In the scene where Willem Dafoe and Danny Glover's character meet, it's made to seem like they're both these legends, these fucking glowing record people. And then later, Willem Dafoe's like, everyone hates me because they think I left my partner behind. It's like, what? That's not how anyone has acted.
Yeah.
What?
And it's boringly shot.
Yeah, and like people will be fine with certain things and then furious about them later. It's absolutely incoherent.
Also, to say on something you said earlier, thankfully, this is not a To Live and Die in LA where everyone else seems to have loved that movie except for us three.
Yeah. But also, this movie is 2 hours.
Yeah.
This movie is PG-13 and 2 hours.
Yeah.
Imagine watching PG-13 bullshit for 2 hours.
If it's good, I can. Like, the Pirates movies were PG-13 and good. And they were long, so you know. Fair,
but that's the Pirates movies are
a standout.
The first 3 Pirates movies are a bit of an anomaly in that way. Like
the first one, very much so. The other two, and there's like one other kind of good one later on, but it's not. It's good because it's nothing. Anyway, yeah. So later, Jake asked the squadron intelligence officer Guffy about Hanoi in North Vietnam being a no-fly zone. Guffy then tells Jake how many people his bombing mission killed, and Jake gets upset because he doesn't want to know how much of a murderer he is.
Yeah, that's another thing this movie goes back and forth on. In one scene, these people are fucking like blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne murderers, and in the other they're like oh, despair, we have murdered innocent civilians, oh no.
It's so contradictory. I thought at so many points I'm like, okay, are they actually going to address the fucking atrocities that they're committing and like waving off and like literally laughing off in some scenes?
They literally don't admit it.
No.
This is one of those movies that's just like, oh, war makes our soldiers sad.
Yeah. And it's literally all focused on the soldiers, on the American soldiers.
It's garbage. Fuck this movie. We haven't done this since The Love List, but said fuck this movie a lot, but fuck this movie.
I feel like we've frequently said fuck this movie to a lot of movies, but
I feel like I haven't, but
as we know, Jeff, you love the military.
Yes, 100%.
But like it's just so fucking. If you want to see a movie of a bunch of soldiers blowing themselves over how sad they are that they have to murder innocent civilians.
With a shit scene.
Yeah. You're pilots. You can turn that plane around and drop a few bombs on the fucking carrier. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
They almost showed the guy shitting, but not really.
Yeah, that's why again, it's PG-13. That's why they switched it to piss. So when they caught him, they could make it more PG-13 friendly. We'll get to that. Jake's friends take him to Subic Bay in the Philippines. I hope I pronounced that right. Where Jake goes to visit Morg's widow, who already left. Jake then runs into Callie Troy, played by Rosanna Arquette, packing up the widow's stuff and gets sad again.
Yeah. But what she said something that's not, from what I remember, she said something that's not even, like, controversial or, like, mean in any way. Right?
It was just like, it was literally like, they go up by themselves and they don't come back, and he's like, he wasn't by himself. I was there. It's like, you motherfucker.
Why are you taking that as an insult? Like, why are you... Like, she got a minor detail wrong.
Fucking murderer. I'm not gonna feel fucking sad for you.
This good man who helped murder people.
Let's keep going. And the thing I remembered, big surprise, this movie was approved by the U.S. military.
I know. I saw all the planes in it. I saw all the guns. I saw all the planes in it. I was just like, this is American as shit.
Yep.
And it feels American as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on the shit.
Now, I will say this. The group then goes to a bar with a crocodile and a zipline game that you have. It's a game that you have to, like, release a hook to latch onto a rope to stop the zipline before getting thrown into a mud pit.
It simulates how, like, jets land on aircraft carriers.
Yep.
That's actually, like, kind of a cool thing. That I remembered because of this movie is, like, when jets land on aircraft carriers, because they don't have as long of a runway, there's, like literally, like, a fucking metal...
cable
that the jet hooks onto to stop itself as it's really fucking cool, actually.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a fucking machine of death and destruction, that would be pretty fucking sweet. But anyway.
Yeah, and I will say this bar scene is the one scene that wasn't awful to watch.
It was, compared to the rest of the movie, it was pretty neutral.
Yeah, it wasn't good or well done, but it was fine enough to let you wash over you, basically.
It was so full of, like...
bad jokes.
Almost like buddy comedy cliches.
Yeah!
Like
80s... Yeah.
Like, this is a bar fight that would happen in, like, a road trip movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't... so one of the people who... they get into, like, a bar fight with a bunch of, like, merchant sailors, because one of them calls one of the Navy people the N-word.
Ving Rhames, in the only other scene he's literally in this movie to be called the N-word. That's the only reason why he's in this movie.
To be called the N-word and then... to have a funny scene where he throws the N-word guy into the alligator pit.
Crocodile.
Right, because, like, there was that
fucking
hilarious scene. There's that hilarious scene later where they're getting dressed down by Danny Glover, and he's like, alligator pit, and they're like, it was actually a crocodile, sir. And we're supposed to be like, ha ha, ha 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 ho.
Research boy strikes again. I didn't even plan for this. So I recently, at Jeff's suggestion, watched the movie Crawl. Mm-hmm. Not good.
Disagree.
It was fun.
Okay,
it was fun.
Okay.
But it was not good. And I was like, why are these alligators so aggressive? It's about alligators in a flood killing people. Oh. And I was like, why the fuck are these alligators so aggressive? And I looked it up. Alligators are not that aggressive. Yeah, apparently, crocodiles are.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So apparently the fact that it is a crocodile matters.
For a second, I thought you said Kroll, like the one with the one with the weird, like, spinny blade thing.
The horrible fantasy movie from the 80s with Liam Neeson.
And I was just like, wait, that movie's about crocodiles? And then I realized, oh no, you said Crawl.
I like that movie. I think it's a lot of fun.
I've
It's
never
fun,
seen it.
but it was just kind of meh.
All right. It worked for me. So yeah, Jake successfully does the game, starts a bar fight with the racist merchant sailors, and when the bar fight starts, I shared this thing, and this is probably our cover image for the episode. Willem Dafoe just looks directly at the camera with the most dead eyes, like, what the fuck am I doing here? And then shrugs his shoulders.
He looks at the camera like, these crazy boys, oh boy. And then
It
lights up a
starts off with
cigarette.
nothing there. There's nothing there, and then he does that little shoulder shrug and a smirk, but there's initially like, what the fuck are we doing here? Is how I read it.
You get a brief glimpse of Willem's death shroud, and then he transfers into buddy comedy again. By the way,
we are prime day 3.
I was about to say,
Willem.
day 3 Willem. I would say day 2, actually. He looks pretty fresh.
Yeah, there's a lot of night scenes, so it's day 2 going into day 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, day 2 when his face isn't covered, day 3 when it is. And day 3 for the death scene, for sure.
You guys were saying that this scene isn't as bad. It was a nothing burger. It was nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking remember
Which
it.
in this movie is not bad.
Which,
Yeah.
in a good movie, though, would be bad.
Agreed.
Yes.
So it's bad.
Agreed.
Nothing compared to shit is pretty preferable.
So now that we are a little bit into this movie, and my notes don't give out any spoilers, I want to go through my notes real quick.
Go
it's
for
really
it.
Quick. My first note, I hate this movie in bold.
Mm-hmm.
Second note, this movie made me dumber.
Yep.
We knew better. We fucking knew better.
Yep.
We still know better. I'm pissed off. Fuck this movie. Why does it go on so long? These sorts of movies make me ashamed to have come out as a man. This movie is slop. It's so boringly shot.
This is a movie they show to trans mass people in conversion camps.
Do you really want to be
Is this what you want to be? No. You want to be Rosanna Arquette.
Side note, the lead in this movie was a Marlboro Man.
Yep.
And in the scenes where he's supposed to be drunk, he acts like the only substance he has ever ingested is cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because he does not know what being drunk is.
When they get back to the ship, Cole covers for Jake and the others in the bar fight. Jake asks Cole...
Are we just gonna breeze past the part where Jake shows Arquette's daughter his hog?
Oh yeah, he was naked, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was the morning after, and he wandered off to presumably go to the bathroom, and he wandered into her daughter's room, and she was like, hi, and he just saluted her after standing there for a long time with his dick out. And this is like a toddler.
You could assume that there were shorts involved if you want to,
No.
but they don't make it explicit.
No, why would you assume that? They fucked the night before.
You will put shorts on afterwards sometimes.
Psychopaths.
I disagree with that.
I assume the joke is that she's laughing at his penis.
Yes.
I didn't even register that. I didn't put the daughter in the summary at all because it's not fucking, it means nothing. This movie is nothing.
I forgot about it.
I don't like how they included this small child in this movie.
Yeah, no reason. And guess what? It's not in the book. She's single in the book. There's no reason to include this.
Fucking, what?
Yeah. So, skip over that shit because it's bullshit. Jake then asks Cole for info about Hanoi before they get assigned to an Iron Hand bombing mission together by David Schwimmer in a small role.
Yeah. I
Jump
didn't
scare
know,
of a thing to be like, whoa, fuck, Ross.
I'm tired.
I didn't know. Fucking, there's something just unnatural about David Schwimmer with a baby face. Like, there's, like...
I don't like David Schwimmer.
I am as neutral as you can be on David Schwimmer.
Ross is my least favorite character.
He was incredibly funny in the episode of 30 Rock he was in. He was incredible in that episode.
I hate Ross. I think he's the worst character. in that show.
Yeah.
Chandler is a close second. This sounds really mean, and this is coming from someone who was bullied, but, like, David Schwimmer activates something in me, like my fight response, like, I want to bully him.
I don't know why.
Fair.
He seems like a pretty, like neutral figure for me.
Yeah.
Like, Ross sucked, but David Schwimmer just seems like, yeah, take him or leave him.
He's just one of those actors that when I look at him, I'm like,
I get it.
I would fight you in the back parking lot of a Denny's.
So the mission happens, I guess, and is a success, I guess. I don't care. I literally wrote that in my notes. Then Boxman and Jake have a talk about Boxman's girl and her kid, and is absolutely going to die soon.
He talks about a kid he's having with, I think, a sex worker?
Well, the kid is already there. He is just saying he really, really likes this woman, and he wants the kid to become his.
Well, because in a previous scene, like, there was this little thing about, like, when they were meeting all the sex workers at a brothel while they were on the balcony, he was just like, "Hey, how's the kid?" And she was just like, "He has your face," and he is just like, "Ooh, blah," and like,
okay.
I'm presuming that's the same
again. Inconsistent.
Yeah, presumably, like, that's the sex worker that he's talking about having a kid with, possibly.
You thought about this more than I did.
I watched this yesterday.
Me too.
I wanted to play video games during it, but then I realized if I played video games during it, I would absorb nothing. So I just straight up fought my ADHD the entire way through. And just watched it.
I played Minecraft.
So there's a lot of things that infuriate me about this. Hey, I'm gonna die in the next scene. Where they show her face when we see her. Like, it's highly implied to be this sex worker that he's talking about. And he's like, "Oh, she's ugly." And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's gorgeous. Are you fucking kidding me? And
I think you're thinking about this more than the people who wrote this movie was. No one in this movie thought about it that much.
And I want to die. I want to not exist anymore because of it. Because I am putting more thought into this shit than they did.
Yeah. So bad.
He's just like, she's ugly, and I think that because of that, I can love her because I can trust her.
She's more trustworthy. What the fuck?
It's like, first of all, she's a sex worker.
Yeah.
She's gonna be fucking other people if that's gonna remain her job. Second, she's not ugly. Like attractiveness is like physical attractiveness is kind of like a myth. Like, people that you're attracted to, and there's people who you aren't. That's just how it works. This myth of like beauty standards and all of that, like, it's really just like who certain people like. Anyone has someone who thinks they're the hottest shit in the world, and I don't know, this just like fucking pissed me off because the scene is also played as like heartwarming while he's calling this person who presumably has had his child ugly. And go, continue, take it away from me, please.
So soon after this talk, Jake goes looking for more information about North Vietnam maps. Then he tells Cole about his plan to bomb Hanoi because he fucking sucks. Yeah, and even a lunatic like Cole refuses. On the next mission, Boxman dies. Big surprise. And then and also earlier with their big meeting, the one thing that I noticed is they had something where they were asking like what the next movie night was going to be, and they mentioned a movie called They Kill Horses, Don't They? Which is very funny that they mentioned that in this movie, because that's actually a very good, surreal, anti-capitalist movie starring Jane Fonda from the 60s.
Yeah, they mention it stars Jane Fonda.
Yeah, and it's actually very good.
And Danny Glover's like, "Is there any skin?" And the guy who's in charge of movies says no, and Danny Glover's like, "Then change it." And it's a big laugh line.
Yeah. And it's like, never mention a movie that's better than your movie in your movie, because people will just want to watch that movie. But yeah, on the next movie night, they watch news instead. And we get new people in, and like I'm skipping over a lot because it's all fucking worthless. On the next movie night, they watch a newsreel about North Vietnam celebrating the defeat of American air pirates with a bunch of SAMs, surface-to-air missiles.
And they show Boxman's plane wreckage in the thing.
And the SAMs are in the background at People's Resistance Park.
And we're supposed to be like, oh, it's so sad that the people that we're invading are celebrating us getting killed. Oh no.
Yeah, they're right.
I was just gonna say, there's so many times where this movie completely dehumanizes Vietnamese people in general.
Yeah.
They barely exist in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, they barely exist, or they're just massively dehumanized.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I wrote in my notes, we knew better. We fucking knew better.
Yep.
Like, this is 1991.
Yep.
Like, this is, it's so egregious. And I wouldn't even accept this from an older movie that happened closer to the war.
This movie implies that all of the, like, civilian bombings, all of the fucking war crimes that happen are just because the brass doesn't assign us military targets. That's the reason why we kill all these civilians. It's not our fault. There's even a line later that's just like, the military has never made you do anything against your conscience. It's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
There's so much just absence of personal accountability, and I know the military fucking sucks, especially during this time, but it's just, wow.
The previous Vietnam movies at least either outright denied it or, like, focused on the fact that we were committing atrocities. This one tries to have it both ways, and it's horrifying.
A good time to bring up my research. I said I am not wasting my time and effort on this orange stinky piss stain of a movie. If you want to hear some actual insight on Vietnam, listen to literally any of our other episodes where we covered a movie on Vietnam. The Platoon one is good. Literally any of them are better than this one.
Of all of our 5 episodes on Vietnam, Jesus Christ.
This movie made me miss Tom Cruise in Born of the 4th of July, because watching any other depiction of the Vietnam War is better than this absolute dog pile.
I told you, he's a good
and
actor.
saying I almost said Vietnam. Tom Cruise is my nemesis. And I'd rather go back to him than watch this movie again.
So again, I'm trying to plow through here.
Hold on, I need to. Jude, do you hate Tom Cruise because he could actually play you in a movie?
Yeah, he could.
He's a short man, has a he could very easily just kind of crop his hair and wear glasses. Yeah. Is that where this is coming from?
No, but fuck Tom Cruise. It's because ever since I was a kid, I liked him when I was a kid. Like, when I saw his movies as a kid. But then I, like, grew up and I, like, saw he was, like, the first big celebrity that I knew of that I was like, oh, yeah, an actor. And then, like, I saw how he was in real life and I saw all the jokes about him, like, freaking out on Oprah and everything. And I was just like, I don't know why this guy gives me the ick. And I know that was just him being, like, super romantic, but also just him being in Scientology and him, I don't know, like, he just feels so vapid and, like, he has no self-awareness.
It was either him being super romantic or trying to act like he was being super romantic.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on what theories you believe.
I, as a kid, as like an autistic child with pattern recognition, it seemed like an act, because who the fuck... I get being happy about it, but like, you're going overboard.
You're welcome on our show anytime, Tom Cruise.
Answer for your crimes.
No, he is not. Veto.
No,
Veto.
he is.
What?
He is.
Excuse me? What? Hold on. What?
I want a platform to fight him.
No. Veto.
It's like
Veto.
one of the Paul brothers versus Mike Tyson. I forget which one.
Logan.
It'll be televised. I was going to say Jake, so...
No, Jake's the wrestler, Logan's the boxer. I'm a wrestling fan. I know who Jake Paul is, fucking sadly.
This is why platforming doesn't work. We should just the Paul brothers. This is what we as a society need to do, is just take them out back behind the Denny's, sit them on their knees, and that's all we need to do. We don't need
flowers.
We do not need to do this show of just like, oh, haha, did you see Logan Paul look all scared while getting the shit beat out of him? It's like, no, we don't need that. They just need to die. Anyway, continue on.
After the newsreel, Cole then agrees to Jake's plan and tells him how he lost one of his pilots to Sam's. They sneak off to try and find information about Hanoi and catch the phantom shitter, I fucking told you, information officer Guffey in the act. He gives them, and they said, hey, I'm also gonna piss too, and they said that to make it so they can catch him without the shit thing because it's PG-13.
The phantom shitter thing seems to be the only part of this movie that the people behind it had any fun with, because they put in little bits throughout the movie to try and make you think like, oh, is that the phantom pisser? No, it's not. Is that the phantom pisser? No, it's not. Like, there's a point where Jake is sneaking into the library to try and find maps or something. And like it's late at night and some other guy catches him wandering around late at night, and like the implication of the scene is supposed to be like, oh, is he wandering around because he's the phantom pisser? And it's just like they put a lot of fucking effort and subtlety into the phantom pisser thing without putting that same effort into any of the rest of the movie.
the only thing I remember about the phantom shitter is one of them saying, yeah, only somebody who flies a bomber plane can land it like that.
In the Exo's ashtray.
Yeah. Like, with them commenting on the accuracy of the shitter.
Yep. Fuck this movie.
I'm not laughing at that joke, but I'm laughing at the ridiculousness of that joke.
If this movie had just been about a naval vessel off the coast of Vietnam that's dealing with a phantom pisser and shitter, I would have...
That movie would be hilarious.
I would have loved this movie. Like, in the background, the horrors of Vietnam are happening, and they're just like, we have to fucking catch this guy. The
funniest thing about that is that's literally happening on battleships outside of Iran in real fucking life.
Yeah.
They're clogging the toilets so they can go home.
Yeah.
Make that comedy.
If this movie had, instead of like trying to be an actual like movie trying to say something about Vietnam, and instead had just been a gross out comedy on a naval vessel starring Willem Dafoe and the Marlboro Man. This would be my number one when we do our recap later.
So after they catch the phantom shitter, he gives them a map of Hanoi and helps them plan their mission. While they complete their war crime, and I'm going to skip over a lot of what that war crime is because it fucking sucks, but I'll do the necessary parts. While they complete their war crime, Jake cites scriptures before bombing the Sams, causing one to launch and blow up a girls' school. I mean children's hospital. This might be Pete Hexet's favorite movie.
Was it actually a children's hospital, or is that something that they just put in the movie to try and...
I'm assuming. You know what? I'm gonna take Vietnam's word for it. God damn it!
I think this movie is saying that this was actually like some sort of like party headquarter thing.
And I'm gonna say fuck
I
you.
was getting the implication
that
they didn't. That the reason they weren't bombing that is because they knew there were stuff around it. So I assumed it was actually a hospital. They were told like, "Hey, don't." Like, we can't bomb here because of, like, X, Y, and Z. Even though they were going to bomb there anyways.
You're probably right that is what the movie... Your interpretation is probably what the movie is trying to tell us, but the movie's so fucking bad that I'm just rejecting it, because fuck you, movie.
Yeah, this movie, spoilers, they get dressed down and court-martialed for it later, and at the beginning of this...
They almost do, but they don't.
They almost get court-martialed later.
We'll get into that.
I want to take this part of the summary, because there's...
Go for it.
First of all, he cites the fucking, as I walk through the Valley of the Shadow of Death, most generic-ass scripture quote you could fucking have for this part of the fucking movie, for a character that has not been shown to be religious at all in the past any parts of the movie. As a matter of fact, he just he just wants vengeance for his partner. He's a fucking mass murderer. That's all he fucking is. Yeah, and the next scene is Willem Dafoe and fucking Marlboro Man getting dressed down by Danny Glover, and the scene opens with a fucking French news bulletin that's like, oh, I can't do French.
Don't do the accent.
That's like, oh, the peace talks are called off because a children's hospital full of innocent children that did nothing wrong was blown up. Barely paraphrasing.
Which, again, is happening in real life.
Yeah, except real. Real. We do actually do that shit.
That's why I think it's real, because we do this shit.
That, and also the fact that it was like a French reporter and not, I don't know, somebody.
They're implying, because the information is coming from North Vietnam, so this movie wants to imply that it's propaganda.
Yes.
And
the movie is saying that, the movie is wrong.
Yes. Correct. I'm agreeing with you.
I know.
In the universe of this bullshit movie, that was not a children's hospital.
Yep.
Because, this is, fucking hagiography for the fucking U.S. military. Anyway, continue.
And Jake just says, that's not what we did. And Danny Glover, the skipper, is just like, I know that. Everyone knows that. But you think the public's going to know that? It's like, you motherfucker.
The Lion News media.
Yeah. When they get back, they try to claim that the North Vietnamese are falsifying the claims of civilian deaths before the skipper confines them to their quarters, and then they go through. They go back to Sanic Bay, and they go through their court-martial hearings. But all the charges are dropped because Nixon ordered an attack on Hanoi, and they didn't want to look bad in the press for court-martialing war criminals. Nixon is mad because they dropped out of the peace talks, but they dropped out of the peace talks because they bombed civilians. You could try them for that, for not following orders. What the fuck are we doing?
The phrasing that they used was, Nixon has ordered unrestricted bombing.
Yep.
And that is portrayed as a big victory for the good guys.
I hate our country. I hate this movie. Sorry.
A side note, I might qualify for Canadian citizenship if I ever get the money together to do all the documents, but yeah.
Lucky. Don't worry. Jude will join as a trans refugee, and I'll join as a fire refugee shortly after, maybe. By the way, with my, on the didn't want to look bad for the press in my notes is all caps. I wrote that out because I knew I was going to be yelling that part.
Yeah. We've learned nothing.
I think there's about 40 minutes left of this movie, and it's just one paragraph because I'm going to skip through a lot of the bullshit.
They could have ended at them not being
going to jail. Would be nice.
But in this movie, they could have ended at unrestricted bombing, and they could have trusted the audience to be smart enough to know what that means.
Yeah. The skipper grounds Cole and Jake before leading the attack on Hanoi. The skipper's plane gets shot down behind enemy lines. Jake and Cole then get in a plane to save the skipper. Their plane gets shot down and they eject. Jake finds the skipper while Cole is stuck, surrounded by Viet Cong, in the worst Jubilee video ever. I'm proud of that.
I don't get it.
Good. You don't. You shouldn't. It's a bad thing that happens.
Jubilee's the debate thing.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
One person versus several other
surrounded is what it's called.
I would say a war criminal surrounded by Viet Cong would be the best Jubilee video ever.
No,
actually.
because no. Because you don't want what should happen filmed. Black
market Jubilee video. A Jubilee snuff film.
Yes. Cole gets mortally injured while killing and fighting with a Viet Cong.
I am actively rooting for the Viet Cong.
Yes.
I was confused by this scene because it looked like he kicked the gun away before it shot.
Yeah, it did.
And then he was suddenly injured.
He was suddenly paralyzed and died and couldn't move. Yeah. Didn't make sense. This is a bad movie.
If that wound had paralyzed him, he would have dropped.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like immediately.
He claimed he had a broken back after he fell after stabbing the dude, and it's like, what? So either something was cut, or this movie's just bad, or both.
I did read that they reshot the ending at some point.
Yes, but basically the only part they reshot was them on the carrier. They just added that. Initially.
Oh, that's why it's noticeably more dog shit than even the rest of this dog shit movie. Okay, continue.
Because they just ended with them flying away, like after rescuing Danny Glover. Yeah.
Please cut out all the times I say continue in this episode because I feel like it's way too much. Anyway.
Cole gets mortally injured and pops a flare to signal bombers to bomb his location, sacrificing himself.
So I would like to go over a little bit more of this death scene because, in my opinion, the way that this death scene happens is, in my opinion, pretty cool. Actually, if it was in any other circumstance, in any other kind of movie, I think it would be cool. If someone is down behind enemy lines, someone goes to rescue them, and they literally shoot at them to try and get them to go back to cover.
No,
I think that's pretty cool.
The concept is cool and could be executed better differently. I agree.
Yes. And I think this is the only time where Willem gets a good bit of the script to chew on, to really Willem Dafoe it up. As much as he can in this dog shit movie.
And it's because, and that's literally all I saw was, let's just do the ending of
worse.
Platoon, but
so much fucking worse.
It is worse than that. It is.
Yeah, but let's try to one up it. Yeah,
it is worse than that. Yeah. But for this movie and for that kind of scene, I'm not saying it would be in Oscar worthy awesome scene. But if you saw that in a good action movie, that would be pretty cool.
I was just thinking about the only reason Willem did good is because he was probably just thinking about when he did it in the first movie that he did.
Honestly, anytime he was excited, he was thinking about the awesome kitchen renovation he was doing with this paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
and this is one for the studio.
He was oddly giddy in a lot of the scenes in this movie.
The contractor called him up and said, hey, we got this great marble counter for you. It's great.
The parts where he was giddy felt more like Willem peeking through than it did the character.
He was trying. It didn't work, but for me. But he was trying. Yeah. Remember last week when I said outside of the Loveless, Willem Dafoe has understood the assignment of every single movie? Turns out that only works if there's an assignment in the movie. Cole sacrifices himself. Ugh. Helping the skipper and Jack to retreat to a pickup location, and they they're able to get off as bombers help get them away, and Skipper and Jake recovers from their injuries and return to their life on the carrier. The end, and fuck this movie.
Mm-hmm. Willem Dafoe or Willem Dafoe?
I'm something of
William Dafoe.
myself.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Did we like this movie? I thought it was all right.
No.
Fuck this movie. I hate this movie.
Again. So I was actually thinking, and going into this, I kind of knew this was going to be, but I was definitely thinking, with our first 10 movies we did, there were some real big highs and some real big lows. This movie has been more like consistently in the middle, like there's been some like good ones and bad ones, but it hasn't been as drastic, and we haven't had
these movies, not this movie.
Yes, no, yeah, the last of this group of 10 that we're doing before our next ranking. These movies have been better, and then this one comes in. I was like, well, we all instantly know what 10's going to be. Yeah. Nothing we've watched in the last 6 movies has been worse than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. By far one of the worst. No, by far the worst one we've seen.
It's going to be difficult to find a worse Willem Dafoe movie. This might be number one with a bullet for the worst. We'll see.
I feel like most of the bad movies we've watched thus far have been bad in an interesting way, whereas this one is just shit.
It's just bad on every single possible. And again, it's difficult making movies, and I don't fault most of the people making the movies because no one tries to make a bad movie, but you fucking did, and it sucks.
Yeah. At least next episode, we're gonna have a nice ice fishing trip. A nice ice fishing trip with our buddy Willem.
Join us next time when we watch a television show, Fishing with John, where Willem Dafoe plays himself.
Yeah.
Ice fishing in northern Maine.
Seems chill.
Bye.
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 You've been listening to Willem the Filmography. Our theme song is Cherry Metal by Arthur Vick. You can find this podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and most places you find podcasts. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and review anywhere you can. Follow us on social media at WillemDaFilms on Blue Sky and Willem.DaFilms on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. And share our podcast with anyone you think might like it. If you would like to support monetarily, check out our Willem the Filmography Patreon and support there. Thanks for listening.
Bravo, sir. I've had about enough of your shit too, Billy.